boy. G'day guys, my name is Wildkard, welcome back. Biggest Reds fan in the world. Oh boy. Blues versus the Reds, Eden Park, Super Rugby round 13. That Blues backline, wow. That was just so good. That backline, the way with Beauden Barrett added into that setup, it's next level. Oh my god. This was basically the starting number 10s for the Wallaby against the starting number 10 for the All Blacks. Beauden Barrett versus James O'Connor, Rabbit. And Beauden really showed his next level over James O'Connor. This maybe because the players around him, the whole Blues backline was able to synchronize like a beautiful, well-oiled machine. It's like artistic to watch. It's so smooth, so good, so nicely linked up. The way the players switch around the positions they wanted to play was just like you can see like the big difference. The Reds has a pretty stale setup in their backline, right? James O'Connor is at the 10 spot pretty much always. Sometimes he's behind, maybe at 12. And then, it's just James O'Connor, Hunter Paisami. And then you get, Jordan Patea maybe coming in from behind. Vinivalu on the wing. It's pretty stale setup like that. The Blues have so many different combinations setting up. It's so difficult to read. And with Beauden Barrett, the way he's able to find space, the way he's able to create space is just unreal. It's unbelievable. It's so beautiful to watch. The rugby was just perfect. Just absolute beauty to watch. Just to give you an idea, right? So sometimes Beauden's will be at 12. Sometimes Beauden will be at 13. Sometimes they have Perofeta filling in at 10 because we know he can play 10. So you have this dynamic where Perofeta is at 15, but he sweeps in at 10 at times. And then you just don't know where the ball's going to go. Is it going to go Perofeta? It's going to go straight to Beauden Barrett. And then you have RTS, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. This is probably the best game that I've seen him play so far this season. The way he's able to fill the role as a 12 is exceptional. Everything he does at the 12 position is exactly what you want from a 12. Good running, good offloading, and fronting up the defense. So he's filling up as a 12, just a threat. Okay, Tuivasa-Sheck is just a threat. He's there to smash through the defensive line, or he'll be linking up someone on the outside. It's just so good the way they play. And then they had Caleb Clark and Bryce Him came on early due to a bit of a hamstring injury with Rico Ioane. And the way they were able to switch between each other, man, this was so good. This backline, I thought, the Crusaders backline yesterday was, All Blacks backline. This backline's next level. It's just unbelievable. The way Beauden Barrett is able to play, right? The amount of times, if you watch this game, the amount of time Beauden Barrett touches the ball when the Blues on attack, it's like mind-blowing. Every time the ball comes out, almost every time the ball comes out, Iraq, he'll get the ball. Every time. And he'll be in different positions. Left-hand side of the field, right-hand side of the field. Doesn't matter which direction the ball's going. Beauden Barrett will be in the attacking line at some point, getting the ball. It's just the work rate is spectacular. And on top of that, the fact that Beauden Barrett is able to maneuver himself in different positions, he's directing people around him how to play. So he's setting up these plays that involves players around him making the plays for him. There were times where Perofeta was at 10 and Beauden Barrett Perofeta sets up the ball for Beauden Barrett. The Beauden Barrett scored a try because of this. Perofeta slips in at 10, Beauden Barrett at 12 position, and Beauden just tells him, pull the ball behind. Perofeta, little grubber kick behind, Beauden Barrett chases it down, try time. And he almost did that twice as well. There was another point where he almost got a try from this similar situation as well, where there was kind of like a kick behind, grab a kick behind, but it wasn't. It was like another guy. I think it was a winger, maybe Bryce Keem, kicked the ball behind from the wing. He almost get there for another try as well. Just unbelievable. I mean, this is the backline I saw tonight is the best Blues backline in terms of performance. I think I can't even remember. Maybe to King Carlos times. This was unbelievable. This was absolutely beautiful to watch. And then on the other hand, let me just give my notes before I lose track and ramble on and on and on and on about King Beauden. So yeah, so on the other hand, the Reds, James O'Connor come back, like hugely strapped on his right leg. Maybe it got back a little bit too early. Looks like maybe pushing it a little bit, but he was still pretty good for traditional fly half. He's pretty good. A 10, getting the ball, set up a couple tries, opening some gaps for the team players was a solid like A minus, maybe a B plus performance. But Beauden Barrett just really made him look like a tier below. Like it was, and the big difference as well. The Beauden Barrett has that speed. Beauden Barrett's only 1 year younger than James O'Connor, and Beauden Barrett looks so much faster. He's able to just chase the ball down effortlessly, being able to put on the pace when he needs it, so much quicker, so much, maybe because obviously James O'Connor's a bit of leg injury, but still James O'Connor's like don't have the speed that Beauden Barrett has. It's just so much quicker, so much faster, and again, if you just count the number of times that players gets a hand on the ball in their attack setup, Beauden Barrett just probably doubled, if not tripled, the amount of ball that the James O'Connor gets during like a attack during like any sort of extended period of attack. Like it's just like, yeah, Beauden Barrett, like he's able to identify space, create space, and effortlessly directs himself in the right positions to utilize those advantages for himself. It was just I mean, Beauden is actually getting better. I can't actually believe this, but Beauden was already best in the world in 2017. He's actually taken a step forward and improved on his game. I cannot believe what I saw tonight. It was just beautiful rugby. I've already talked about RTS, Bryce Sim and Caleb Clark. Really high work rate, two players. Bryce Sim came in early, outside center. Clark looking for those tries. Both players played off each other quite well as well, just helping the team get through that bit. And also Parafeta, like I said, being able to link up with Beauden, filling that 10 position when it's needed. It's just unbelievable play. So let's have a look at the overall match stats. 8 tries to 4. Yeah, the Reds really didn't have at any point, didn't look like they were in control. The Blues defense was really solid throughout the game. And the Blues attack was looking just like, I'm just like, every time the Blues got the ball, I'm just like, is this going to be a try? Like, it was just so beautiful to watch, and things that people, and if you just look at this, right, the carries, the run meters are 443 for the Blues, 376 for the Reds, 83 carries for the Blues, 113 for the Reds, and the Blues at halftime, 39 carries. Reds had 57 carries, and yet the Blues was 246 run meters to the Reds 162. So the Blues were really able to exploit space. When the Reds, really able to exploit the space that the Reds, with the limited amount of balls that they had for both halves, and ended up with much more run meters, much higher efficiency with their attacks than the Reds. Turnovers conceded, 10 against the Blues, 14 against the Reds. And the defense really bad for the Reds. 32 missed tackles out of 108. Halftime, 18 missed tackles already for the Reds at 52 tackles made. So really poor tackle count for the Blues. Halftime was really good defense actually. Blues 100 tackles made at halftime. So the Blues was on the receiving end of it despite leading by a pretty nice margin. 100 tackles made, 7 missed tackles. Halftime, full time, 164 tackles. 17 missed tackles for the Blues. Kicks in play. This is something that I thought was a little bit surprised. I thought this was going to be more of a kicking game, especially with Beauden Barrett. I thought he might want to switch up the game a little bit with kicking, because we've seen in the last few weeks where Beauden was pretty, I guess, liberal with his kicking options. He was able to. He basically gets the ball and he just don't know if he's gonna kick it or not. And he's having to kick at anywhere, any situation, any point of the any part of the field, right? Very, very contained this week. No crazy kicks from the Blues. Only 13 kicks overall to the Reds 6. Even fewer kicking. Again, I thought James O'Connor coming back, the kicking game would have been probably more of a focus. But no, 6 kicks for the Reds. Halftime, only 3 kicks for the Reds. 10 kicks for the Blues. So, yeah, very few kicking in this match for both teams. I mean, I don't blame the Blues. That attack line was just unbelievable. So, both teams had a bit of line-out issues with not being able to throw it in straight. And finally, the penalty count. The Blues conceded 9 penalties in the first half. And only 1 in the second half. Where the Reds conceded 2 penalties in the first half, gave away 9 penalties in the second half. So Reds 2 penalty first half, 9 second half. Reds 9 first half, 1 second half. So complete switch around in the penalty count there for both teams there to finish off the game. But yeah, overall, final thing. James Dolman, the referee. No, is it James Dolman? Michael Fraser. I thought it was James Dolman. Wait, anyway, one of the Kiwi referees, Michael Fraser. I thought this referee performance was really bad. It was some pretty bad calls at times. It looked like there was quite a few high shots on the Reds players. I think there was like against Hunter Paisami. A couple of the Blues forwards, especially I think the props, seems to be pretty hard on all of their tackles. And there was no yellow cards this game. I thought not even like a check for high tackle. I swear to God, I saw a few high tackles on the Reds. A couple on James O'Connor and at least like 1 on Hunter Paisami, but none of them was even checked. I thought it was pretty poor. And there was one point where it was really, really bad. Blues had a penalty advantage, so they kicked the ball up. Tate McDermott runs in to catch the ball, and it gets taken out in the air. That should be and the referee goes, no advantage. Let's go back for the penalty. And Tate McDermott was like, that's a foul play. That should overrule the penalty. That's dangerous play. And the referee's like, no, it's not. No, we'll just go back for the advantage. And McDermott's like, he took me out in the air just because I didn't get injured. Doesn't mean that's not a penalty. That should be reversed. That's not a severe enough to be a penalty. And the referee's like, no. And then fine. So the referee decided that taking McDermott out in the air wasn't enough to be a penalty to reverse the advantage that the Blues had. But like 20 minutes later in the game, maybe 30 minutes later in the game, the Reds had a penalty. And then the Blues, one of the Blues players in the ruck this was like not even dangerous, to be really frank with you. The Reds player was trying to clean him out, so he just like lifted it up. He was already like on the ground over the ball, like he was probably infringing. He just lifted it up and like basically dropped him down. Like he was on his hands, basically. He was in the ruck, he lifted it up, he didn't like spiral, he didn't like, the player was literally still attached to the ruck. Yes, he was a lift tackle, but not even anywhere dangerous. The referee reverses the Reds penalty and awarded the penalty back to the Blues, despite something that's not even remotely as dangerous as McDermott getting literally taken off his feet, landed on his side from like 1.5 meters above the ground. This guy was just like off his feet, dropped onto the ground in a ruck. And he was already on the ground, by the way. So yeah, like it was, and the McDermott was not happy, and I was not happy. I mean, like that's really, really, really poor refereeing. Like if you gotta be consistent, you gotta be consistent. You can't just go back and forth with these sort of decisions and to be fair, I thought if that was I thought both of the tackles, both of the dangerous play, both of the dangerous play should have overruled the penalty on the field. Not just the blue one should have been done. I think that's correct. But the Reds one should have been done as well earlier in the game. Just really, really, really bad referee. And Kiwi referees at Eden Park, we know they are just the worst referees. They poop the pants when they're in front of their own Kiwi fans and they don't want it to make a wrong call and get slaughtered in the social media after the game. So they just all take the poop and stick it up to their own teams and all morale's going out a window for them. But yeah, it was pretty bad. Anyway, 8 tries for the Blues. Let's quickly go through what happened in this game. Let's try to get this done in like a few minutes. So first try for the Blues, 14 minutes into the game was quite even at the start. A bit of a slow start, actually. So the Reds actually had an opportunity to kick for 3 points, 3 minutes in the game. They opted to go for a line out. Line out coming not straight. Really hurt them. 10 minutes into the game, the Blues says, okay, we'll take the 3. So they, sorry, not 10 minutes, 7 minutes into the game, they take the first opportunity at 3 points on the ball for the Blues. 14 minutes in, Blues gets their first try on the ball, on the board. Reds had a defensive line out outside their own 22. Line out goes to right, Blues recovers the ball, and a few phases later, literally one phase later, Beauden Barrett gets the ball. Just little show the ball. That's a little pop to the Bryce Kim, who was running at an unders line, crashes through this gap, goes in for the first try. Just so easy, so effortless. The way Beauden Barrett able to just go, here's the ball, pop the ball to the guy on the side, and Bryce Kim goes through. Nice little gap opening up there. 3 minutes later, on the 17th minute, I literally wrote here, the attack is just so beautiful. The Blues started to run from inside their own half, right? The RTS passed through a few tackles. The ball comes out, quick ball to Robinson. The ball comes out to Beauden Barrett. Again, basically the same play as the try before Bryce Kim. Beauden Barrett put his hand out, showed the defender the ball, inside ball to Robinson, who runs through a gap, and then Robinson offloads to the other lock, Tucker, who literally ran 30 meters with 3 players hanging onto him. He gets tackled short. The ball comes out quick, and pick and go. Caleb Clark gets in there like a forward, bounces over for the second try for the Blues, and suddenly the game opens up. It looked like a tight game for the first 10 minutes or so. The game suddenly opens up after this try. 21st minute, the Reds gets their first try on the board. It was just a line out from inside. The line out from inside the Blues 22 again. This time they just goes to the front. Line out didn't go not straight again, and the ball gets kind of stuffed. 2 carries. So the ball goes out to James O'Connor. Inside ball, Suliasi Vunivalu crashes through, and then literally he gets up on his feet after this run. He gets pretty close. Maybe one phase later, he gets out in the outside center position, and James O'Connor gets the ball again. And then he just draws. James O'Connor showed what he can do exactly what Beauden Barrett can do. Again, draws 2 defenders, pops the ball out to Sulias, to Vunivalu. He goes in. He gets tackled short, rolls over, slams the ball in for the try. 21st minute for the Reds, 17 points to 7. On the 20, and then following that, the Blues kind of slow down a little bit, giving away a bit too many penalties. But once the Blues gets the ball, they just look way too good. On the 31st minute, another line out by the Reds. The ball goes to Uru inside the Reds half. The ball goes to Uru. Uru drops the ball. Blues gets the ball. Beautiful attacking opportunity starts on the offense. Beauden Barrett gets the ball. Goes to RTS. RTS soft hands. Just again beautiful soft hands. Whoop, delivers the ball to Parafeta. Parafeta links up with his outside center Bryce Kim, crashes through for a gap, for a try. Just that easy. Turn the ball over and it was just on. Just game on. Link it up. Beautiful hands. Try into the corner. 31st minute. And then just before halftime, the Reds was on the 38th minute. Reds finally trying to get themselves back with the try before the halftime. They pile on all the pressure in just before halftime. Again, Vunivalu gets the ball on the wing. He runs through 2 defenders, gets really close to try line. The Reds just piled on pressure following this momentum. Pick and go. Smith goes in for the try before halftime for the Reds. Halftime scored 22 points to 12. Not by far out of the game yet for the Reds. Second half starts. The Blues came out with a rocket on the back. 3 minutes into the second half, Blues kick off. Basically, they recovers the ball. Bryce Kim had a nice little run, busting through some defenders. Beauden Barrett, basically the Blues gets really close to the try line after a few phases. They were just a meter short. Ball goes out. Beauden Barrett was like in the back line essentially. He gets like a behind ball to him, and the defender rush out to him really quickly. Beauden Barrett, he looked like he threw an NFL style pass. He get the ball to spike the ball backwards to like an NFL pass, literally one-handed spike the ball forward. Obviously not a forward pass, backwards to what's his name? To Caleb Clark again, gets the ball. He just barges through a gap, goes in for the try, for the first try in the second half. And then immediately from the kickoff, the Beauden Barrett gets the ball. He just basically like saw like two forwards coming out to pressure him, just went, nah, you're not gonna stop me. Just run straight through two defenders. And then he links up with Christie. Christie kind of tried to link up, I think, with one of the locks, gets tackled. The ball comes out quickly, and this is where the Beauden Barrett's like direction comes into play. Instead of being the first receiver, which he was in the position to be the first receiver, he directs Perifetta to be at the first receiver from the first receiver, and he went on to he's put himself in the second receiver, and he, as soon as what's his name? As soon as Perifetta gets the ball, Perifetta grabber kicks the ball behind for Beauden. Beauden runs in, catches the ball, slides into the end zone. Big smiley face, punches the ball away. Classic Beauden try. It was beautiful, beautiful to watch. And 44th minute, only 4 minutes in the second half. Blues already put on 2 tries. On the 56th minute, the Blues were absolutely like dominating the second half. So 56th minute, Blues, like a stat came up. Blues had 96% of the possession in the second half for the first 15 minutes. And 96% possession. So on the 56th minute, Perifetta goes in for the third try for the Blues. There was Blues were just pounding the Reds. So many penalties given away by the Reds. Eventually, you felt like it was gonna crack. Blues opted for a scrum following one of these penalties. Ball comes out, just nice, smooth running line. Beauden Barrett gets the ball again from Talea. Better gets the ball from Talea. It's basically, again, RTS was looking like he was going to be the first receiver. He wasn't going to crash the ball. Fake the crash. Just ball goes to Talea. Talea at 12 goes to Beauden at 13, if you can imagine. So RTS is at 10. He's faking a crash. The ball goes to Talea, who's at 12. Talea goes to Beauden at 13. And Beauden just draws defenders. Bit of magic. Throws the ball out to Perifetta. Perifetta basically runs in like this huge gap in the Reds back line between the winger and the center. Just goes in for the third try in the second half, just that easy. On the 62nd minute, Red strikes back. There was a nice ball from James O'Connor. So the nice ball from James O'Connor leads to a nice little Reds line break. Patea was able to basically run free from the sideline. He kind of gets the ball on the wing, runs into the sideline, links up with McDermott. The ball gets, the Reds pile on a bit of pressure, 5 meters short. Finally, James O'Connor was 5 meters short, did what he's paid to do, gets the ball. He sees RTS in front of him, runs up, draws RTS, little short ball to Campbell, crashes in for the try. Just basic stuff. 39-19, Reds making a bit of a comeback. On the 67th minute, this is where the Kiwi referee overturns a Reds penalty, a Reds advantage for a little lift clean out, even not even a tackle, a lift clean out in the ruck. So Blues gets another opportunity to attack, and basically they go for a line out, pushes in the line out, set up a more so over for an easy try over the Reds. The Reds more defense was really poor. The Blues looked way better than the Reds this game. And then the 70th minute, Reds strikes back. Again, this is really good attacking when the Reds had the opportunity. There was some really good handling between the Reds, just juggling the ball back and forward in the sideline, and then eventually eventually the ball gets thrown back into the field. I think it was Patel on the wing. No, it was Vinimalu. He was about to get pushed out. Throws the ball back in the field. JOC Campbell was there. Goes in. Nice little basketball passes between these two guys. A few guys, actually, not too. Easy try for the Reds. 70th minute. And finally, on the 76th minute, the Blues putting the hurt on the Reds. Another 5-meter line out. There was, at this point, the Reds has already kind of like considered multiple penalties. Multiple mauls has been, try to push it through. Finally, this was about to crack. Basically, Blues goes for the 5-meter line out more again, and just this time it was steady and solid. Slowly edged it forward, puts the ball down. The hooker didn't have to detach, just puts the ball straight down as the maul goes over the try line. And 53 points to 26. That's the end result. Pretty big game. Beauden Barrett, damn man, so damn good. I can't believe he's actually getting better. So let me know your thoughts about this game. Bit disappointed. The Reds lost in such a, dominant, been so badly by the Blues, but overall I thought it was really beautiful to watch the Blues play, to be really frank. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and see you guys a bit later. Cheers.